Welcome back, beautiful people. We are here. We haven't decayed too much. We are back. This guy's team is cool as hell. I'm in the mood to battle. I'm loving the cadence of these kinds of lives in the sense that, one, I just love the climb and the feeling of rediscovering and learning. I've noticed that quite a few people have been joining the Academy Discord. If you haven't, ever heard of it, where have you been? The Academy provides. It's the #1 place on the internet where really, it was initially the only place on the internet where you could interact with the best players in the world in singles, even if you're a beginner. There was nowhere else where you could just readily get access and teaching from those. So we're gonna go back to our roots and get it back to that place. Now, as far as this team, I don't know what the fuck going on, but I'm kind of fucking with it. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I know Indeedee's gonna do Indeedee things. What Indeedee things are, that's the great question. That's the great question on all our minds, is it not? If it's unaware Clod, then psychic noise is useful. If it's water absorb, then it beats me in draining kisses. What the fuck's going on, gents? What is this? Just realized I don't have a steel type. That's fine though. Iron boulder. I've never faced one of those. If I iron defense up. Indeed. What is Indeedee gonna do? What is this? The issue is Indeedee doesn't get expanding force anymore, I don't think. Let me think. Okay. Will-O-Wisp here. I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp. I'm actually trying to lure the Clod's Ire out, because if I burn the Clod, I don't think it can break my Primarina sub, and that puts me in a really good position. I don't think this can do much to me, and if he were to, Iron Boulder and Clod's Ire seem like the more likely. So he opts for Armor Rouge, which is interesting. I'm gonna break any potential sashes as he opts for Indeedee. That's lovely. Zenta's defense boost doesn't matter in this matchup. If I were to, what's my rocker? If I were to, he'd never sack this. So it doesn't really matter what I do with this. It really matter what I want to do after this. So if I were to go to Garganical and Salt Cure, I'd be staring down this thing, and then it would do things. What things? I do not know. That's the ultimate question now, isn't it? So is it worth subbing down? So yeah, what we're gonna do is go Zamazenta here, and I'm gonna go for the Substituto. So Armor Rouge comes in, and this obviously gets that boost and whatnot. The defense drop, but expanding force. Oh, it's weakness policy. Shoot, did not anticipate weakness policy. I thought it was gonna be focus sash. Okay, that's no bueno, because it's fast, and expanding force is definitely gonna take me out. It's just really a question of his expanding force KOs my Dragonite. If it does, we're in a bind. So what would I need to prevail? Expanding force, weakness policy. Have y'all ever even seen a weakness policy variant of this? I've only always seen focus sash. Garganical worth. Garganical to iron defense wins. So who would be worth giving up here? Probably Tusk, honestly. I'm gonna give up Tusk. Tusk probably is a wild play. Endure, interesting. Why did he endure? What's the speed here on this? I know Great Tusk is 100% dying anyway, so we'll just Ice Spinner. Expanding force for sure, killing me. +2 force might one-shot my D9, but what's my options? What are my options here? Oh fuck. Terra Psychic. Oh man, I just got washed by this. Interesting. Okay. So I need like I'm gonna bluff being Terra Steel here. He used Endure last time. So I guess my play was to, I guess he was scouting for a Terra Steel. Oh yes, expanding forced. I probably would have died anyway. So if I stalled, I could have, I didn't expect Terra Psychic. Okay. That was a useful loss to take. So we got the surprise game of the day to start us off. Interesting. Weakness policy. Armor Rouge with Terra Psychic expanding form. Okay. So my options were to not let the Armor Rouge boost. So I have to, so my play was to body press. Crunch it a lot less than I expected, truth be told. So not let the, give it a weakness policy boost. So we lost probably like, oh, dropped us below 17, but yeah, useful first game. And I use the word useful just in case you're new to the channel, because in Mons, particularly in the beginning, you know, people get frustrated. Oh my god, I'm not, the point in the beginning half, right? Really from in the beginning half is your mentality that's getting fortified, right? Oftentimes the people who struggle the most with Mons or just any mental martial artist are people who did well in school, and so they have the assumption they're supposed to be good at things from the get-go. And if they're not good immediately, their points not going up make them feel stupid, and they usually fold, right? And so why am I like, oh, useful, or why am I so even keeled about it? It's because this is a necessary process. You want to experience almost everything possible. Let me see. Garg is solid, but this is gonna be annoying. Let me actually game plan real quick. Firm is very good. This is good. This way it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just need the Slow King beat down. Moltres is very good too. Alright. Ogre Pawn makes some sense. Ogre Pawn is problematic, but I put Zenton here to deal with said one. What we're gonna end up doing is Dragon Knight to cover for Ogre Pawn. Dragon Knight's something that's good all around. I'm very tempted to Dragon Dance here. But from the long-term situation, from a long-term standpoint, it's better to just go hard on Moltres here. It lures out the Slow King on the out chance he rocks. Rocks is probably a waste of a move, truth be told. You can't cover for the rapid spin anyway. So yeah, and you risk getting burnt. You do not get burned there. And so this is a tricky situation because, let me see, Terrifier does my type doesn't matter on Zenta in this game. Would I Terra my Garg? Actually, Garg staying the type it is somewhat useful. Moltres probably takes Cudgel, but I'm not 100 on that. I'm actually gonna Terrestrialize here. Cudgel. Okay. So if we burn the Ogre Pawn there, Garganical Iron Defense is gonna be very hard to kill. Still hard to kill even when Iron Defense now, but a burnt Ogre Pawn, my Primarina, and my Garganical are in a really good position. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, we'll have to adapt. If this has Play Rough as well, then I'm gonna bind Tusk is Helmet. So Helmet Tusk is the set everybody's running, it seems. Interesting. This is annoying because he gets to potentially Headlong Rush here. But fair enough. Let me think, is it worth? So it's Rocks, Tusk with Helmet. My Dragon Knight scale is broken. Tusk can't do shit to me. Slowking getting burnt does not matter in this matchup. Yeah, it does. So I'll let him chilly reception. Let's say I were to. The issue is the Ogerpon. My Ogerpon matchup isn't great. So I'm gonna continually force out. Be willing to give up my Dragonite. Seems like the Ogerpon probably doesn't have play rough. Like actually Future Sight. I didn't expect Future Sight. That was a silly Ogerpon play there. But I'll take it. So Dragonite is gonna have to take the Future Sight, unfortunately. He could have play rough, but I doubt it. Probably could have Dragonite there. I don't think Future Sight's gonna knock me out, so it's decent, a decent-ish play. The Great Tusk is being weakened. The Slowking is now burnt, and that's gonna be helpful for my Zamazenta later, and crucial to the KOs or Okos. Yeah. Rush, Slowking Galar, I'll take it. I'm surprised Slowking Galar is the option. Maybe he doesn't have chilly reception. So we're gonna scout and see. Because I'm thinking like, why would you want my Tusk coming in for free? Right? Because now do I spin rocks? Rocks give me a little more value here. Spring is whatever to me. Dragonite dies, unfortunately. Cudgel. Zenta doesn't have to have the defense boost, but it'd be nice. This allows me to sub here. We'll see what Solander's Steering comes out. Let's see, I don't know why he did all that. Oh, he just attack dropped me. This is where the Slowking being burnt matters. So Future Sights, I can crunch spam unless he has Sludge Bomb to knock me out. Okay, so somebody's gonna have to take the Future Sight. It won't be Zenta. But the beauty of it, I don't want guard to take this. The Raging Bolt is potentially problematic. Sludge Bomb into Future Sight is a KO, but the Slowking is low enough to where my Zamazenta coming back in later is gonna do wonders for me. Moltres is still a little too good to just give up. Arc takes both Sight and Bombs, so, and it takes whatever switch out he potentially could do. Zenta there is switching Slowking was a risky play, but I mean, it was risky for me to sub and risk him going for what's his face, so fair enough. So Garg still useful. I'll go Tusk. That shit looks fucking risky. I think my Ice Spinner is no drawback. I think this might be Scarf. Yeah, I think he Scarfed, so I could have Ice Spinnered him there, but he's Scarfed. The way he's playing seems Scarfed to me. Tusk is too important. We're getting a bit of data here, but yeah, Slowking, excellent. Ensure success of your attack if you only hold positions that cannot be defended. I mean, if you only attack positions that cannot be defended. In this case, it does look very Great Tuskish. Ice Spinner. Garganico. So we Ice Spinner directly. Probably Ogerpon coming in. He actually goes Tusk. Alright, helmet. What was I at? I probably should have thought about that a bit more. I didn't anticipate the Tusk helmet. What was I even at? I forgot about the Tusk helmet. That's not really the game defining thing I'm thinking about regardless, but just from a principle standpoint, I should have remembered that, you know. And so now he gives up the Tusk, which, you know, what am I gonna do, right? He goes Hard Bolt, which is great. Um, well, it might not be, depending on this thing's speed. This thing goes up to 273. But I say great because Bolt is the only thing remaining. Him going hard Bolt gives me an opening. It's just its speed tier is a little problematic. So what would I give up? Prim maybe? There's no way Prim is taking a Thunderbolt. 2. So this thing is really strong. Maybe I should iron defense there. For this, and that body press did a lot less than I expect. Oh well, I don't have the defense boost, so that makes sense. So if I were to iron defense press, I have to hope Garg eats this. If Garg eats it, then I have a shot. But if it doesn't, then I'm fucked. Okay, he fucking did a dumbass play just now. He did not need the Calm Mind. Calm Mind was a horrendous play. Now the question is, who do I keep? Garg or Primarina? Prim is better. That's a horrendous ass play just now. I'm actually not even gonna I'm just gonna body press directly because I keep more health. It's I guess it's somewhat of a risky play, but it's really not because there's no way you thunderclap there. So Zenta is a real big issue. So he's gonna eat. I have to iron defense here. What? It's Terrablast fine. Okay. Today is a learning day. But as I said, this team is gonna do well. I just need to learn all of the. I've never seen a Scarf Lando. I just assumed because people use Scarf Lando back in the day. All of them have always been Rocky Helmets. So I'm like, okay, Rocky Helmet Terrablast flying is something that I have to account for in the future. Okay. Well, now it doesn't matter what I do. Well, that's actually not true. He can throw and for some reason stay in and get chopped. Because no, it's actually not the end of the world. Spin probably faster. But even if he's not faster, I died. So that was a good loss. 2 good losses so far. But yeah, this team is gonna take us very far. I just have to. I have to make sure that I know what's coming. And in both of those situations, well, I didn't play particularly well with the Tusk either way. Sure, you know, the Will-O-Wisp miss would have changed things, but nah, I still could have won that game even with the Will-O-Wisp miss. So there are things that I have to account for moving forward that could lose me the game easily. So for example, like if I were to assess this one similar to the last ones, I'd say that Prim looks almost inevitable, right? Sun isn't great. My Zamazenta is inevitable with the Hatterene weakened. We keep the Moltres at the utmost for the Grey Tusk primarily, but everything else, I guess for the Roaring Moon slightly as well, but for those two, Hatterene, his Walking Wake is problematic for sure. And my Extreme Speeding Dragon Knight can 6-0 the opponent. So what I'm gonna do differently here is pick up a specific game plan because I have enough data on what I'm facing now. I don't think anything here would surprise me too much. Maybe the Terra, but as far as like movesets, I've faced generally this stuff before. So this should feel more straightforward. Tusk is menacing. I don't know what the Ninetales is gonna do. I guess people stop use Torkoal. I'm not sure why there's a Ninetales, but beyond that, this is all fine. Yeah, I really want to just Tusk start this game. Maybe Ninetales learned something now that I'm not aware of. So I know this can maybe learn Encore. So this runs eject button still. Alright, cool. So we're gonna see if the wake is special attack or speed. Speed is not as problematic, so it's speed. Speed hurts, but it's not as problematic because the way his team set up. Oh, okay, flip turns. So what would you have versus Prim? Oh, you expected me to be Assault Vest. So flip turn is something they run. I don't think people ran flip turn wasn't, I don't think, in the game when I left. Or just. And so we get an attack boost here, or you know, we see him get an attack boost here. Do these run choice band? Am I gonna get earthquake? Garganico is really important for this. Just don't know what it's gonna do. Let's say earthquakes. What's the worst case scenario here? This thing is very bulky. That's one thing I do know. Very bulky. I don't want to switch Garg and eat earthquakes or something like that. But I can't go Moltres and eat Dragon Dances. My lowest risk play. So if let's say I Iron Defense my Garg here, my best play is to Terra Fairy. So he does use Earthquake. The Salt Cure is too good, and so at the very least we can't Terra Fire later on. But at the very least we neutralize this thing a bit. We get to go Moltres and see what he does. Dragon Dance. Okay. Oh shit, that's not good. So they run Earthquake and okay, probably like Flare Blitz or something. Okay, I'd assume Flare Blitz. Dragon Dance should be able to take one hit. I mean, you're in Sun, Raging Fury. Okay, I'll take that. The Salt Cure plus the EQ. So why set up if you're just a fucking? I don't understand people. Then why set? That feels like a complete waste of your fucking. That opens up things a lot. Garg, Iron Defense Garg is going to be a huge problem. Raging, that thing is the thing I've faced the least. So it always weirds me out when I see it because I'm like, what is this shit gonna do? Like, I feel like some kind of nonsense. Why do you go Ninetales versus Dragonite? Something ain't right. Will-O-Wisp maybe. If I were to go Moltres, what does he do there? I really want an Earthquake here because I want this weekend, even if it were to burn me, getting this at a particular range would be very useful. But my Dragonite's E-Speed is too good. Let's go Moltres here. So we're facing down Tusk, which is amazing for us. Will-O-Wisp here. Why do I feel like I'm about to get fucking head smashed? Is Moltres a common enough mon to where I should be concerned about head smash? But the conditions I need met right now is that one Ninetales Gono. More importantly, and the speed boost Wake is great. So Wake gets burnt. Oh, I shouldn't have said that yet. I should have waited till I see it. But positionally, my Primarina is very, very dangerous. And so even if you were to Hydro Steam, because I have Draining Kiss on this particular set, if the Hatterene comes in, it's as if it's null and void, right? And so that's what we're working with. I'm not sure what the Hatterene is going to actually do. Let's see. It has the Nuzzle. Oh, okay. So now I know it runs Nuzzle. I could have subbed on this. Very well then. I'll U-turn here. Oh, okay. I'm faster. Oh, it's a Hatterene. Of course I'm faster. Maybe Psychic. The Flamethrower there. Flamethrower in the sun would have cooked this. I'm not going Guard. Guard keeps that Roaring Moon in check. Psychic perhaps. I'll like, actually no, Guard can eat. Calm Mind. Okay. So they still run Calm Mind even though, alright then. I'll go Molly then. Draining Kiss potential burn. Oh, there we have it. There we have it. Now Flamethrower spam. Draining, right? So Psychic. Do I care about Moltres more than I care? Moltres shuts down the Great Tusk. It's an attack boosting Tusk it seems, but Tusk isn't a big enough problem to where I'm concerned about this. Draining Kiss. Flamethrowers kills. Oh, we got a lot of luck there, so that's fine. So would rapid spin kill this? But really what I'm looking at is my Zenta can take on the Roaring Moon if I need to, and my guard can take on the Roaring Moon. And if I position my Primarina with poise, with passion, with I've actually seen one of these run Terraflying once. There's no way you're Terraflying here though. I'm a little wary about the Dragonite. I mean the Tails of 9, but so I get an attack boost, which means bro just has to go for the like the Fire Blast or something. What do these even do, bros? Help me, help. What am I supposed to be fearing here? Argus 2, healthy. Solar Beam, okay. That's great. So I'm probably staring down Great Touch here. Seems to not want this getting touched. An attack boosting Great Touch, that's dangerous. But it's a speed tie best with my Tusk. I'll go my Tusk on his. And then we play a speed tie game. If he... I'd rather go my Tusk. Tusk does not speed anything. He headlong rushes, he CCs. This shit's Scarf. Why would you close combat? Unless you're Scarf. I don't think he's Scarfed. I've faced a Scarfed one of these before, but he doesn't have any other rocker though, so maybe not. I don't want to go Garg and get headlong rush, so I'm just gonna stay in here. And he CC'd again, which makes me think he's Scarfed. If he's Scarfed, over in case he's not Scarfed. Just the objectively best play. Walking Wake is a non-factor. I could have Salt Cured on the Wake. But Primarina in here allows for, if he flip turns, I think Garg is too big of an issue to flip turn there. Ninetales comes in. This shit learned Solar Beam, I've come to learn. I could have seen him there, but that's not really important right now, especially because the Weather Ball Fire, interesting. See, Tusk. If I sub here, what does he do? I don't trust this shit. This might have like Encore or something. Okay, so Wake comes in. Flip turn. Let's see if he has Encore. I don't know. Let's not make assumptions for him. If he has Encore, he has Encore. Oh, Roar. That's interesting. Okay. As I said, guys, we gotta gather our data here. Zenta is actually, it's actually the perfect time for Zenta. Something tells me this thing's gonna Terra Fairy, but it's actually the perfect time for Zenta. Wake's gonna lure me out, which is a little annoying, but it'll deal. Because I get the defense boost and I'll stall out the sun. I don't want to lose Dragonite because that allows him to headlong rush spam. I do think he's Scarf. I don't want to deal with sun boosted headlong rush spam. So I'm actually going to go hard Primarina here, even though it's taking quite a bit of damage. He actually terrors this. Whoa. Whoa, that's a 2 KO potentially. That's incredible. That's incredible. But as I said, the Garg matchup is solidified now. So all I need to do now, I think it's a guaranteed. Because I'm pretty sure this doesn't make sense why he would CC. So Roaring Moon is great to see because that's a free Iron Defense. U-turn. Okay, so this shit might be choice banded. Okay, cool. And now I can just go to my Garganical and then reposition into, well, I could do a bunch of things. I could Zenta, I could go Dragonite, force the yeah, Dragonite makes the most sense. Dragonite Ice Spinner covers for Roaring Moon, and then I force him to lock himself in the move, and I can Iron Defense, and Guard should prevail. Yeah, so CC locks. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense for you to close combat lock there unless you're a Scar. But even if he's not, then I just Iron Defense and win with my Zamazenta once the Sun turn wears off. The Roaring Moon's gone. We just body press here. There's nothing you can do. So Terra Fairy Guard coming. Oh, Iron Head. That's crazy. That's a dastardly moveset, brother. So now he has to probably Headlong Rush and do next to nothing. That's negative damage. It's probably I didn't one-shot him. And so Garganical saves the day. That was a tricky game. I gotta be wary of, particularly with that Entei thing, right? I gotta be wary of, but I can tell when 1 second. Okay. Ooh. I gotta go pick up my Alright, so actually maybe the live doesn't have to end quite yet. Meaning I'll go pick her up and then we may come back. Cause I actually was in the mood to just go on a run. We started with 2 losses, which was good. So we got a lot of data. It's another situation where Primarina looks like it should combine sweep, but we're just gonna have to find out what can stop it. Garganical looks like it can Iron Defense sweep, but I need this dead. But other than that, I don't see what's gonna stop it. So we'll have to find out. Dragonite's mid because of the Zenta, Tusk, and Mola. Prim and Guard, great. My Zenta is broken in this game. My Moltres shuts down his Zenta for the most part, and his Tycon Cuttermon, and his Weavile to a lesser extent. So this was a pesky team that I got going on here, and that's the way it should be. The way it should be. Pesky. Weavile is a little scary. This thing. I don't have a Psychic Resist because I don't have a Steel type. I didn't think about that. What does this even do? Does it use Psychic the move? Does it use Psychic the move? If it uses that Steel move, it might be problematic. So they just use the Steel move. I expected him to Psychic, considering Moltres could come in and he's Spexed. It's a little frustrating. It's a little annoying, but it's worth burning Mola here. It's Specs confirmed. What condition do I need met for my Primarina to go crazy? If I were to go Prim now, does it matter if my Mola is burned? If Mola is burned, is it better to have U-turn damage and then the matchup of Prim? Prim subs. But then this thing is gonna come in and do that take on cutter move. If I calm my Prim, what can he do to me? This is a problem. This annoying little thing here. My team is just slow enough to where it can be a problem too. Okay. So what I'll end up doing, Moltres long run is way too important. I don't have to. I can just burn this and make him go, let him go for the flip turn. We're probably staring down Gliscor, which is whatever. I just don't think this game is going to be as because yeah, flip turn does nothing, so I end up net more health than I would have lost initially. Now I haven't seen a toxic Gliscor in quite some time, but this could be the first one, and this allows for me to get up these bands. He could be Ice Spinner. I mean, he could be a mindless Gliscor user, which seems to be the case, but the rocks value was too important. As Weavile, I'm guessing maybe if Bandvile would be the biggest issue. So this is knockoff Toxic, I'm guessing EQ. Yeah, so I think bro's dead in the brain, which is useful to know. Knock is a little annoying, but I'll be okay. But I got a lot of data here. Spikes knock. Okay, so this can't even touch my Garg. I don't even know what he does here. Well, he could go to that Tycon Cuttermon. So he was gonna take the Ice Spinner to go for knockoff. But now I know that he doesn't have okay, that makes sense. Okay, Garg's item, it doesn't make sense for me to give it up here. So his Tusk is the rocker. Primarina cannot lose to quite a few of his members. So I just need the positioning properly. So we're gonna do his Tusk. He techs just fine. Since he's a mindless Gliscor user, he's 1,000% gonna leave it in versus my my protector. He's 100% leaving this in on my Dragonite. It's not even about the Gliscor's health, because now I've seen his set. Because honestly, I could just fucking, after this, I could go. That does not KO. Okay. I could Dragon Dance doesn't make it's useful. Useful. I could see if we get it. Yep. That's the risk you take. So that's big. Okay, man. Okay. So now that's burnt, which means Prim can't. Honestly, I'm just looking at how does Primarina lose. Yeah, I'm looking at here. Is it worth Tusk spinning? So he went for because also Molly Flamethrower is inevitable. This might be helmet. Like if I was at AV Prim, I'm pretty sure he loses here. U-turn. If I go Zenta and I earn defense hard, he goes to this thing. One is better. I need to spin it. I get to spin. He could double rocks. This could also be helmet, right? As he was he? Yeah, U-turn. He's not helmet. Okay. But let me play this game cleanly, not because I have the edge. I think. Okay, so he spinners. My Tusk dies. So let's see what can be done here. I'm gonna Calm Mind first. I'm expecting this thing to come in. Doesn't even do that. Okay. So I'm gonna sub here and see what he does. Headlong Rush. Okay. I'll get all my health back. Oh, do I Calm Mind first? So I'm boosted again versus the Take On Cutter Pokemon. He's doing 25-ish. Draining Kiss gives me... It's worth Calm Minding again. Yeah, it goes to the Iron Crown. Draining Kiss 50%. Or is it Calm Mind again? This thing isn't the strongest thing in the world. Terra Steel would be clutch here, but then I would just get clapped by Zamazenta. Just don't know how strong this thing is. So that's decent, especially like how much did this do? I'm a Primarina though. Psychic Noise, Terra Steel. Let's see, thing is a threat. Steel Block, Terra Steel. That was just this. 22. It does decent damage. I don't think he can even revenge kill me. That's what I'm looking at. I don't know what he'd revenge kill me with. Ain't no way Weavile's revenge killing me. So I just Draining Kiss here. He could go score and try to poison me. In which case I'll let him. Because he'll lose too many mons to stop this. And then I just Iron Defense with my guard. Have I terrored it? No. I literally just Iron Defense. This was the one thing that's stopping my guard. So this seems like this team is supporting each other. It was just a mock-up team. 1 second. Cause I gotta leave in a moment. That's why. But yeah, like looking around. Okay, is there something I'm missing here? Brim at 31. Maybe Banded Weavile can do 31. I have a lot of defense though. Depends on what his Weavile is. Terra Steel. Okay, so he decides to say I'm gonna go toxic with my Gliscor. Do I want him toxicking? If I could get the yeah. Let him, oh, you missed. Yeah, this game's over. And over. It was kind of over anyway, but you know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend the miss doesn't matter. I'll sub here. And that should do it. Miracle, should forfeit here. So okay. So 2 wins, 2 losses. We're about back where we started. What did we lose to? Oh, the Psychic Terrain. That was good. That was a tricky little team. And then the other one was the Terrifying Lando. So gotta be mindful of that. There was something else on this team. Typically, if you're going through a ladder run like this, you'd replay review. That way you can keep the data. And so you want to get to a point, but when you get to the point where damn near nothing on somebody's team surprises you, that means your knowledge threshold is high enough. Because no matter how good your skill is, if you don't know what's coming, it doesn't matter. You know, I say this every live, but that's because not everybody watches every live. And so you could be the greatest Uber player of all time. You go and you, for a while, you're going to be getting clapped. Not necessarily because anything changed skill-wise, but because you need to get the knowledge. Right? You need to know what things do. So knowledge first, skill second. So we're getting to the point where not too many things are shocking us. Terra Steel is something we learned this live. We faced a Gliscor without Earthquake. I don't know if that's a set. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.